Welcome everyone to another episode of eBay Lego Buying on a Budget. This is the series where I take a predetermined amount of money over to eBay and I try to buy the coolest or most interesting thing that I can find in the world of Lego at or under that amount, excluding sales tax. That's a rule that we added in. Today we've moved up the ladder once more to $30, and I decided for this episode I needed a little bit of direction. It gets a little hard to look through 100,000+ items when you have $20 to spend, for example, and try to find that one thing. So I did a post this week and I said, what's something that I should look for my $30 budget? And I got a few responses, and what seemed to be the most interesting one of the bunch was try to find something vintage, some vintage Lego. And that's what the person that sponsored this video, Imperial Officer 07, who gave us some very generous super chats towards this episode, wants us to find specifically classic space. So if we could try to pull that off, that'd be fantastic. My hopes are kind of low because it's not a huge budget for things that go for a lot of money, but we'll do our best. And if that doesn't work out, our fallback is looking for Lego Technic. So let's jump over here to the eBays. Let's do our search this time for vintage Lego. And we're going to come down to the side, and our limit is going to be $30, of course. Probably should move my budget to $300 for something like this, but we're going to click buy it now. And then we're also going to click price plus shipping highest first. So this will get us $30, and all the items are going to be in that range. We also need to go for free shipping too, because otherwise it's going to be pretty difficult to actually find things that are that price. And I'm going to go US only. That should put us at the place that we want to be, and I'm already seeing some problems here. We have a Brickhead as our second listing, 100% complete Brickhead Flash. I don't think that's vintage. I'd have to check, but no, that's not vintage. That's not vintage. That's not vintage. That's not vintage. None of this is actually vintage. Oh, shoot. My plan has been foiled for finding vintage Lego. I was thinking that'd be a popular item to search for, you know, like there's a couple things here, a couple old things. 491 Formula One Racer, near complete with original box. Dang it, I'm gonna be looking through a lot of stuff here that's definitely not what I'm necessarily looking for. We'll keep searching though and see if we can come across something at $30. That's awesome. So far, not having much luck. This is our first hopeful thing that we came across, so we'll keep that open. There's a couple little things that are popping up here. This is on the list at $30. This is 1992. And right below that, we have instruction manual for $30. They're still on here, even at my $30 budget. Yikes. As a deal detector, these prices are frightening me quite a bit, but such is the life with vintage Lego. We'll keep that open. We got 2539 Castle Fright Nights Flying Machine, $30. Sealed. I really don't need something sealed because I'm going to open it and build it. So sealed is kind of like, you know, if it's been sealed this long, it seems a shame to open it. And it seems a shame to get a 20-piece set for $30. The piece nerds are freaking out right now. But we're finding a few things. That's the thing that I'm excited about. There's a couple things that are popping up here. The most rare of Lego Star Wars sets, a land speeder for $30? Man, if only Lego would make more land speeders. That's what we need. Could they do this again, you think? Is this possible? All the Star Wars detectors that can't take a joke are running into the comments right now. They're like, oh, Greg, you... No, I know. You remember before when I said if we can't find vintage, we'd go into Technic. Here's vintage Technic. 8024. Technic building set from 1989. Little go-kart action. Dune buggy, something like that. The detail isn't quite there. $30 used. Yikes. Keep it open. You never know. Last time I did the $20 one, I think I went 70 pages in before ultimately selecting the Batman, which if you didn't see that video, I'll link it up top there. Hey, we got some space finally. This was the request to get some space stuff. Looking cool. I need something that really stands out to me. Something that's like, oh my goodness, I need that in my life. We're already down to $29 though. That's crazy. Hey, what's this? I'm kind of digging this actually. This is a little bit of, again, Technic and vintage. It's a three-wheeler. It's kind of a funny set. It's got a steering wheel too on a three-wheeler, which is kind of redonkulous, but man, that's just a level of grind that I don't want to get back into again. I'm having flashbacks here. Here's a set from 1978. The 626 helicopter Medic Legoland Complete helicopters. I'm looking for stuff that has actual photos of the sets too, not just like these stock ones. This one says missing 10 pieces. For $28? I don't think so. Hey, this reminds me of my childhood right here. I had this one as a kid. One of my two Technic sets I had as a kid, and it's going for $28. I have it complete. I don't have the box. Should just build that up, eh? Hey, look at this thing I got on eBay. I didn't even have to spend any money on it. Save $30. Next episode, we go right to 60. I think I'm going to do what I do every time I do these videos, and I'm going to, oh, there's a jet ski. I'm going to go live and chat with people while I shop around on here, have a good time, and then I'm going to come back with you and show you my top picks. Hopefully I can narrow it down to something decent, and we'll ultimately end up purchasing something, which it might be this jet ski. Who knows? Well, for $30, my soul. This is definitely going to kill my soul, but I'll be back with you guys here in a minute after I do some shopping. That was an absolutely brutal experience. I just spent 1 hour searching for vintage Lego under $30 on eBay, specifically in the space theme, because that's what people wanted to see. And I want to show you what you can get for $30 in the world of space, starting with this set. This is 6846 for $25. This one is 6848, 2760. You can see the size of these sets. They're not big sets by any means. 1979 set, 442, $29.95. This one, 6810, $20 with $8.30 shipping. You got this one, $23.95 for 6824. This is Space Dart. And I guess still my personal favorite of the bunch. This is 6871 Star Patrol Launcher Ship, $29.95 with free shipping. And I went through all of this. I even did searching for Technic too. And I just had no luck in this episode. I just feel like leading up to this, all the episodes that I've done so far, the things that I found have been like unique, fun, interesting, things that I have on display, including like the Batman alarm clock. This doesn't light my world on fire. Spending $30 on this set and making this little video about it only to like put it in a bag and then put it away forever, it just doesn't make sense for me. So I feel like this series, I need to stick to what it has been recently, which is finding unique and interesting things in Lego, like collectibles and display pieces, not necessarily sets, especially not vintage sets that people value highly, because $30 for what you see there, I feel like the Batman at $20, being that it's an alarm clock, it's on my shelf, that was such a better buy. I'm feeling a little discouraged right now, feeling a little defeated. So I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do a cut right now. I'm going to do a little searching on my own for something that falls more into the category of Lego that I think this series should be. And I'll be back with you with hopefully a box or some type of package in my hand that has something really cool in it, building the hype here of things that I don't even know is going to happen. I might have overhyped it a little bit. I had a really hard time, as you saw in the video there, trying to find something. But the thing that I did find, it very much fits into what I love to collect and the things that I like to have on display. And you'll see what I'm talking about as soon as I show you what it is. That's if I ever get inside of it. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me show you what I got. Here it is. It's this little, it's actually a flashlight that lights up in the bottom, but you guys know I love minifigs. I love sitting them around on display and such. And this one I think is 7.5 inches tall. He does move completely like a minifig does. There's a couple variants of this, one that had red torso with yellow pants, but kind of looked like he was naked, and I like the red Lego logo there that kind of offsets the yellow that's on that. I'm not even sure if I checked the listing to confirm that this works, but I'm just going to assume that it does. We'll hope for the best here. It looks like 3 AAAs. I try to give this advice whenever I can, but if you're a parent out there and you've got kids with toys, always have a bunch of batteries on stock. I say for kids when I'm the guy that's collecting this thing, but you know, we're all kids at heart around here, right? Let's press it. Oh! Okay, we're good. We're good. Not that I'll ever use it as a flashlight. It's going to be more of a display piece for me, but it's good to make sure that he's functional. And it's in really good shape. Holy smokes, this was the cheapest one that I could find. I had to put an offer on this. I actually went back and forth with the seller a few times. I got this for $17. You guys might think that's crazy. I paid about $20 for the Batman. I think it was like $18 for the Batman, actually. This seems to be a little more rare. It was $17 with $5.75 shipping, so it put me at $22.75 for this. But what price can you put on something that looks so cool? It's like a giant minifig, and you can put it on your shelf. Which, thanks to Brad, this past mail time kind of overshadowed my purchase. My guy looks so puny now, but that does look really cool. I love minifigs on display. Big ones like that. It's so darn cool. You know who we're missing, though? We're missing Harry Potter, who I'm going to convert into Batman. I'm going to find a way to do it. Where can Harry go? We're running out of space here. On the Batman shelf? Oh, eventually, So yeah, minifigs on minifigs here. I love that little dude. I think he looks really cool beside Benny. Although Benny, oh my gosh. That is just a spaceman, by the way. It's not actually Benny, but I call him Benny because he's wearing the blue. He looks good. I am going to bring him back, though, because I've got something else to show you guys. I was slightly under budget with this purchase. I still had $7.25 to spare, so I decided that since this was a sponsored video by Imperial Officer 07, I thought maybe I could take some liberties here and go slightly over budget to get something that's kind of similar or in the line of what everyone wanted me to get, but not exactly. And that thing is here in this box that I'm going to open from the bottom because the top is completely covered with the shipping label and it'll be hard to get into. This might end up triggering some of the vintage space people, but it's something I had my eye on for a while and I got a really great deal on it. It's this little guy right here. Oh, packaged nicely. I appreciate the care they put into this. This is the classic white spaceman. I know this isn't vintage, but it's something that I have been eyeing up forever, and there's this extra little thing in there that shows all of the progression of Lego space minifigs over time, and I just thought this was neat. Most of these go for like $15 to $20. I got this for $14 after I put it in an offer, and I thought, hey, what the heck? We got some surplus here. I know we're over our budget, and I broke my rule, but I wanted to see what this is like. There's a little thing there where you can reach in and slide that out. $14 for a minifig. Nuts. Nuts. But I did like this too. This is pretty cool. This actually shows the progression of Lego space throughout history. If you get past the instructions there, you guys can see what the past looked like. Some of the stuff, including things that are very similar to what we're finding on eBay. Can you imagine what that goes for these days? Holy smokes, all of this stuff, man. We're in the 80s right now. Starting getting into my days. Oh, talking about Benny. That's what Benny's spaceship was inspired by, I believe. Oh my God. I'd kill for it. I actually had this set growing up. It's funny that's considered space, but yeah, this is kind of like more my time. The 90s stuff, and kind of beyond my time when I went into my dark age. Went well past that. So that was neat, but the thing that I loved the most was this. Check that out. Throughout time, you've got 1978, 1985, 1987, 1990, 1998, 2001, 2010, 2013, and then I guess that's the time that Lego Space died. The ones I remember from my childhood, right here, I remember M-Tron, and these guys were after me. So it was a very limited window for me with space. These were pretty much the only two that I had, but now I've got a white one, and I've got all the ones that came with the Benny Battle Pack or whatever it is. Benny, Spenny, Lenny, Kenny, whatever all their names were. We've got those. I'm feeling a little silly for spending $14 for this, especially opening it up and, you know, taking away all the value. But what is Lego really for other than to enjoy? So let's build this guy up. Do I need instructions? Oh, didn't even know it came with that. Didn't even notice that in the background there. It kind of blends in. That's cool. All right, let me build this guy up and I'll show him off to you. I'm hoping you guys aren't too upset with me for going over budget. I'm $6.75 over. But man, this was just such a difficult shopping spree to go on. As first world problem as that sound, I just didn't have any luck finding anything. And I thought, you know what, let me get something cool that I really love to have on display, which was the minifig that I showed you guys. This guy right back here, he's just watching, being all creepy back there. And then let me get something that kind of falls in line with what we were looking for, kind of inspired by, I suppose. And that's what this is. And, you know, first time getting 2 items. Maybe not the last as the numbers go up, or our budget goes up. I might be able to find more things that I can get 2 of, but I kind of like spending all my money on one thing in most cases, because then you can get the best thing. But this was $30 or over, I guess. And then next time, when we do this again, which I need to get going because I'm waiting on the mail to get all these things. Next one, of course, is going to be $40 and then $50. And we'll just keep going up by 10 until we break the bank. But there's the little robot thing. There's my minifig. $14. How did I do, guys? Is this, you know, did I get ripped? You guys will have to let me know. But it's something that I wanted. And that needs to be kind of where this series goes. It needs to be something that I'm excited about. It needs to be something that I can proudly display, something that I can enjoy, maybe something that's funny, something unique. I don't know how common these are, but again, the one that I found seemed to be in the best condition, and the price that I got it for was was excellent. Like, I'm really happy they negotiated with me. I went back and forth a couple times. I was trying to go even lower because I was trying to get these both. I tried going 16 on this and 14 on this, but the closest that I could get was 17, and then with shipping it put it over for sure. But that's what I spent $30 on eBay. Minifig flashlight thing that actually works, and these guys are going to get beamed up by the aliens apparently. I like it. I think it's cool. I'll probably put this back in the box just to keep it safe, even though it's opened. At least I have it, and you know, we can reminisce about the days of space. Maybe someday when the budget gets really big, we have $1,000, we'll get some of these spaceships and stuff and see all the stuff I missed out on as a kid that didn't have a lot of money in his family. As an adult, you get to relive all those experiences and live them for the first time in some cases and enjoy it even more. So on that, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll put him back up here for now. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you in the next eBay Lego buying on a budget. $40. If you have a suggestion what I should get, put it down below.